In this video, I'm going to show you how to think critically. Lofty goal, right? I've read countless books, earned formal degrees, and have taken all of my experience, knowledge, and expertise to gather, create, and systematize what people need to know to think critically. My name is Jack, and I want to welcome you to Critical Thinker, where you'll learn how to become brilliant. I started my journey by asking the question, how can I think critically? And through many years of stumbling, couldn't find the solution. I tirelessly worked to formulate the answer, and this is what I've discovered.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
I wanted a system of thought that could result in careful thinking. Nothing satisfied me in providing a system for thinking quickly, clearly, or truthfully. I wanted a foundation to evaluate life issues, to arrive at true judgments, something that could help me in determining who to marry, how to spend or save money, how to select a career, how to negotiate successfully, how to influence people, handle criticism, how to problem solve, how to learn faster, become smarter, and then handle conflict. I'm going to give you what I've learned, but before that, do you know what I realized in my search to become a critical thinker? I was searching for my dad. The funny thing of it is, my dad had already given me most everything I needed to know. And if he didn't give me what I wanted to know, he gave me the tools to figure out what I wanted to. I love you, Dad. I'm a dad now, which makes him Grandpa. But it's interesting that I find myself teaching what my dad taught me, hopefully building upon the foundations that he built into me, to my children, and now to you. If you don't have a dad, maybe he passed away, maybe he's absent, he's busy or disconnected, maybe he's insecure, maybe you see him as selfish.
I am the father. No, not true.
I'd like to invite you into the critical thinking family. As you begin to grow in your critical thinking expertise, ask why you want to learn how to think critically. It could be a problem that you need a solution for. You want to impress someone, or you know it will help you make a better future. Whatever your motivation, you are seeking a father figure that can aid you in every arena of life. Well, this system will never replace a real father. It's devoid of a relationship. It's devoid of love. It doesn't have correction and a desire to see your success. But I might be able to provide a little coaching, some direction, some nudging, and wisdom along your way towards thinking critically.
I never knew my father!
Come here, we're almighty.
What resulted in my search to become an intellectual? A filter for critical thinking. You can take the 12 realms of critical thinking that I've discovered and test, prove, falsify, or say to what degree something is likely to be true. Stick around to the end, and I'm going to provide a list of resources that I think are most helpful in developing the necessary skills to make you lethal intellectually.
40,500,000 all in.
Before I introduce the filter for critical thinking, I want you to be careful in how you use what I'm about to share with you. If you have ill will towards others, understanding these realms of knowledge will turn you into a monster.
What on earth is going on? I trust that's not the brain hormone that creature's drinking. Good boy. Nice boy. That's a good creature. Now, let's talk this over.
Talk a little bit about what's going on in this room, because I think there are some fascinating ramifications here for the future.
You'll abuse people. It will give you an unfair advantage if you don't want to play fair, and it'll destroy every relationship that you hold dear. So it's with some apprehension that I share these powerful allies because they will make you formidable, which can be for good if you'll let it. As you learn how to exercise these newfound powers, always perceive them as tools to serve others. This, I believe, is the only way to keep the reins on the arrogance, the pride, and self-serving motivations to abuse your powers. Like Spider-Man, you have been granted these powers to serve others.
With great power comes
Don't
great...
you dare finish that sentence. Don't do it.
Help others see the truth of the issue. Break free from manipulation or some bondage. And yes, use them to defend or even offend villains and people who seek to do evil. You will become dangerous, virtuously dangerous.
Danger powers, personal effects.
Actually, my name is Austin Towers.
It says here name danger powers.
No. Danger's my middle name.
I'm going to reveal the critical thinking skills in a particular order. You'll find a playlist of videos where we go deeper into each of these subjects, but your exposure to this list will open your toolbox so you're ready to fill it. If you're not familiar with one or two of these subjects, or you know you're weak in one, go search that specific topic. Watch videos, read books, stick around to the end of the video for the list of essential resources that I promised. Ask questions about mastering that skill. Subscribe to this channel. You wouldn't believe the thousands of books I've read to arrive at the solution to what makes someone a critical thinker. To fast pass, lightning lane, to cut in line ahead of everyone wanting to get on the ride, I've taken the best of this education and am delivering the cream that rises to the top so you don't have to muck through the ancient Greek and Latin translations to discover what it takes to think critically. Are you ready to become a formidable critical thinker?
This is your last chance. After this, there's no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Here are the 12 skills to become a critical thinker. A critical thinker. Number 1, foundationalism, also known as existence, or if you want to get super technical, ontology. Where you begin determines where you will end up. What does it mean to exist? Why is there something rather than nothing? Number 2, rules of logic and how they are broken. To say you need logic is not just an understatement, but a misunderstanding of what logic actually is. To have a need for something would entail that one does not already possess the thing desired, whereas logic is already owned. In our education systems, logic does not just inform every subject, but is the very foundation of the whole enterprise of what can be learned. From English to history, math to science, physical education to music and art, logic is the foundation of all thought. Logic enables you to see why something is wrong and imbues you with the power to explain why that is.
Phenomenal cosmic powers!
Itty-bitty living space.
Logic is the science that helps us understand our world. It's a foundation of reality that allows us to distinguish good arguments from bad. Logic's purpose is to help other people and yourself discover truth. Once you grasp the rules of logic, you need to know the fallacies of logic, so you know when someone is abusing them. If you know the rules of logic and how they're broken, you will become lethal. If you don't have this, you don't have much. Number 3, epistemology. I'm not just angry and I didn't just cuss. How we know what we know, as well as what degree we can demonstrate the knowledge we have attained. This will help you prove what it is you know and prepare you to put opponents up against the ropes. Number 4, truth. What it is, what it isn't, and how we get it. The acknowledgement that truth and reality are linked and how my mind relates to those foundations is essential for grasping what truth is. Number 5, the rules of evidence. What is relevant given the subject so we know what counts towards our conclusions? In my research, evidence is best taught, revealed, and harnessed in the realms of law, science, and reason. Number 6, history. Is history written by the winners? Can we trust sources as knowledge of what happened in the past? Was the moon landing a hoax? Who killed JFK? Did Hitler escape to South America and die of old age? Understanding what counts as historical, from documents to archaeological artifacts and the science of forensics, all help us to know what occurred back in the day. Number 7, morality. What is good? How do we ground it? And how do we determine moral knowledge and rules, the oughts and ought-nots of life? Number 8, argumentation. Understanding syllogism, coherence, validity, premises leading to conclusions, making logical connections, and spotting logical fallacies. Exhausting the best arguments on both sides so that no objection, no refutation, or rebuttal will take us by surprise. Number 9, the principles of rhetoric. Effective communication in verbal or written form to convince and persuade your audience. Aristotle set the stage for this act. Number 10, worldviews and the mindset of those we're engaging. You need to know where someone is coming from before you can persuade them. You can't build a bridge of understanding and new knowledge unless we know what ground we're leaving and where we hope to land. Number 11, heuristics. This is intuitive knowledge. They're strategies that help us make quick decisions. Rules of thumb. We don't really think about, we just employ them. The interesting thing about these is they're not typically questioned, but they probably should be. Number 12, handling criticism. If you're thinking critically in society, in the workplace, even in your own family, you will face criticism. Most of it will be unfounded, personal attacks, but some of it will be very helpful. Learning how to respond to criticism, how we handle conflict, is what sets people apart. This is the difference between the haves and the have-nots, and is probably one of the largest contributors to anyone's success. I'm going to teach you how to look at criticism from a place of security and how to tell if someone is speaking something true that can lead to a good change. Also, how to oppose those who are out of their minds in their critique of you and your ideas. This is the system for critical thinking. It's what your dad taught you, if indirectly, as you lived life together. Maybe you picked up great habits and knowledge. Maybe you're starting from scratch. The crazy thing is, you could have had the perfect dad who taught you these most essential critical thinking skills, but you just weren't ready to learn and put them into practice. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Well, you're here now, so let's catch up. Which subject stuck out to you or was surprising? Which subject are you going to explore next? Did I miss any that you think should have made the list? Comment below to let me know. If you were just introduced to a topic for the first time, I encourage you to spend a little time familiarizing yourself. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy one of these videos too. So click on the screen to up your critical thinking game. And until next time, critical thinkers, think deeply.